Hello and welcome to Wildlife Cam. The bird bath is full and the crested barbet is happy again. Found this hairy caterpillar the other night. It looks a lot like a woolly bear caterpillar, but they normally have a lot more hair on them, almost like a lion's mane, so I'm not sure. Picked up a bit of debris along the way. I don't think I've mentioned this, hopefully not repeating myself, but these two did have a youngster until fairly recently, which was unfortunately eaten by a jackal, so now they have to start all over again. This duiker was trying to enjoy a quiet drink when the toads started yelling in its face. Now, if you've ever experienced these toads at close range before, you'll know how loud they are and how disconcerting it would have been for the duiker to have that happen. Not the best quality video, but this is quite an interesting spider right in the center. They do have a lot of common names, but that's what they are, Euliboridae, and they're one of the very few spiders that has absolutely no venom glands whatsoever. Nearly all spiders, even the ones with very weak venom, have at least some venom, but they have none. We had quite a violent thunderstorm on Saturday night. Unfortunately only about 2 millimeters of rain, but there was a lot of noise. The trail cameras were both very quiet again. We need some rain to spruce things up around there. Starting to see more of these now, the foam nest frog or grey tree frog. They can be white if you catch them out in direct sunlight, but when they're in the shade they're normally a more mottled grey or brown colour. Another successful hunt, I think. back again a few days later. Normally they've gone by the time the sun's starting to rise, so this one was a little bit late, but I think it did catch one in the end. It usually takes a few months before baby baboons can ride on the mother's back, so that one is still a very young one. And then the older ones move onto the mother's back in the jockey position. And then we had our second visit from a caracal. Once again I wasn't there. The first time we were on our way back from shopping, and this time I was in the Kruger Park. Extremely nervous, but like the first time it stayed there for quite a long time. They have been spotted now several times over the last few months in different places, so I'm not sure if it's the same one that's moving around or if we've had a few of them coming in here. That's a nightjar type of bird. It gave it a little fright. And I think it was the wind moving the leaves across the surface that was bothering it this time, so eventually it gave up and moved off, but at least it had a decent drink. The olive toads are still very active, so I'm not sure if this means something with regards to the upcoming rainy season. And our tadpoles that hatched a few weeks ago are still thriving, so I'm holding thumbs that some of those actually managed to survive and leave the pond. Some blue waxbills and a couple of golden-breasted buntings. That's Mrs. Cole in the background, waiting her turn. So she seems to be doing alright despite having a broken wing. It's been quite a long time now, a few months, and looks like it's permanent. This isn't civet 1 for a change. It might be civet 3, but I don't have civet 3's left hand side, so I'm not sure. Thanks for watching.